Good afternoon. My name is Arnar Bentsson. I'm the Director of Digital Development for KEF Airport. And I want to talk a little bit about our journey bringing smart solutions to the workplace and also to the passengers at KEF Airport. I just want to start with talking about usage of internet using our mobile phones. Research has shown that 90% of the time that we're using our smartphones, we're actually interfering with mobile apps. And you might think, why is that? And the explanation for that is very, very clear, because apps provide better user experience. And a couple of things that just comes in mind, and I think that makes a lot of sense, is because mobile apps leverage device-specific features. It has tailored notifications, and it's built for touchscreens, and it's also quite faster because it's partly downloaded to the device itself. I just remember myself the times before we had smartphones. It was really, in a way, life-changing because suddenly you didn't have to have coins just to pay for parking. You didn't have to go to the bank to take care of your finances. And I immediately thought, this is changing my life, and I will be happy forever. But with time you get used to that, and you want more, and also you're just used to the technology. So you're just it becomes a new standard for you to interfere with top-grade technology, with top-grade user experience, UX. So, and that's the thing. I think it's also something to consider because the younger generations, they're finishing universities, and they're coming to the workplace, and this is basically what they're working with. Don't get me wrong, I like Excel a lot. Excel is great, it solves a lot of our problems. However, it just normally starts very simple. There is somebody that, doesn't like paper or email. He creates this small Excel document, which is great. He's just working on it himself. Then he invites his friends or the department or something, and they have some needs. Yeah, let's add that. Let's add some colors to it, and it will become something like a Christmas tree, basically. So, and then behind the document, there are different formulas. And then you're just kind of sharing this document around, and what is the real deal here? Who created this, and how can I really interfere with this document? And it's really confusing. And I think like I said, Excel is great, but it wasn't really meant for a lot of the stuff we're using it for. So. Us at IT, we're not also, we're also guilty of this. Not that long time ago, we were working with a project management. We're managing our project portfolio in an Excel document. And then the night before the meeting, when we're going to go over the status of the projects, we're all working at this document. And then the next day, it's absolutely gone. It's the lines were, information were in different lines. Somebody had been using a filter, and I was maybe filling in something, and we couldn't restore it. And fine, this is not working. So obviously, we need to move to something else, and we moved to Jira, which of course makes much more sense, especially today. But the big systems, they cannot solve all our problems. They take a long time to implement, and they're quite expensive, and sometimes we just need to solve much smaller problems. And that's where the low-code technology comes in. This is what we have been working on in my department. We've been working on solving those smaller problems that, of course, when they all come together, they are big problems. And we have been developing small apps for the workplace. So we can actually gather the data in different places than just in an Excel document and create a great UX experience for the people working there at the airport. And I just want to take an example. It's we, for example, created an app for KEF passenger security. Passenger security was using paper forms and many different platforms to register cases, managing training, and etc. And the data was scattered all around. We didn't have any central place for it. So we developed the KEF passenger security app, which creates one unified platform for security employees. And it made a lot of things much more simple. You could actually do it through a mobile device and not a piece of paper or something else. We were also thinking, it's tempting to add more stuff. It's tempting to move to the next phase. But I think the key is to keep it simple. So we also have a permission management, so everyone can see part of the app, but the management can see what they need to see, and so not everyone can see everything. Just to keep it very simple, so we're permission managing the app, so it just keeps the simplicity. And then to access the data, we have a desktop interface because data is always good. It's always much more useful to have a desktop interface for that. So we created a special platform where you can access the data and see it and see different kinds of visualization for each type of the data that comes from the app. And I think from this version 1, what we have kind of learned, and I think it's not different from launching an application, a B2C application to the masses. It's basically the same rule. You need to launch a minimum viable product with key features in order to drive the usage. And if we are able to do that, then we get a lot of feedback from the employees themselves, and that's what we want. We want ideas. We want to get ideas from them and see, what do you need now? What do you want to add? And then we can evaluate these different ideas and move to version 2. What we did with the KEF Airport app, for example, we knew that we had to add that, was for people to see their work schedules. So they could use the app to see the work schedules, and that was just only that was driving a lot of usage, and only that gave us a lot more ideas from the people moving to version 2, and that's something we're looking into now. Just something about how are we actually, because now we have a lot of ideas in our pipelines and from different stakeholders, and value to the airport is very different from where you're coming actually. Some value saved working hours, some value safety more than else. So we created this value point system. So basically we're taking all these things into consideration, and then we get a total number of value points, and then we can compare the different ideas and prioritize the most valuable ideas, and we want to start working on them first. And we can also talk to the rest of the company and say, well, we know that security is important, or we know that driving revenues is also important, but here we have the system, and according to that, this is how we want to prioritize. And Last but not least, we are in the implementation phase of implementing Atrius wayfinding maps, which is a great solution. We think Atrius knows very well the challenges and pain points that airports have, because they have a lot of airport customers. And I think there, because when we were looking at this, there were some stakeholders asking, what's the real value here? Why do we need this? It's, our airport is, there are bigger airports out there for sure, but we're getting bigger, so we're growing the airport and we're changing a lot of things. So I think it's very useful for us to be able to display what's happening with the changes, what new restaurants do we have through this app, and also give them a door-to-gate experience, showing them exactly what they need, when they need it. And last but not least, I think it's also about increasing the travel predictability, because one of the pain points of traveling is kind of the anxiety, because there are so many things that are uncertain. How long are you going to wait at the security gate? How long does it take me to get to a flight? Am I able to buy something that I need now? And I'm really a big fan of the gate huggers, because there are some people that just want to rush to the gate, and I think we all know it's not that special waiting at the gate. I think most passengers want to spend time at the restaurant. They want to buy something that they need, and I think what Atrius Maps solution will do for our passengers is that they will decrease that unpredictability, and so that hopefully they will be comfortable shopping and staying at the restaurants for longer, driving revenues for us, of course, but also enhancing the passenger experience. So, and that's it for me. Thank you.